Hello, this is Vulturefire. It has been a few days since I recorded part 1 of the new Fresh Start series. We are now on 6134, which is still in beta, but this is likely going to be the patch that ends up going live. I believe that we now have various bugs fixed. So last video, there were some bugs with some of the cards that shouldn't be an issue anymore. If you are new to the series, I'm going to go over the basics again because this is only the second episode. The idea here is I'm going to be getting a depth 3 win with each character without unlocking, starting with a fresh save, without opening any packs. I am purchasing forge upgrades, and I could purchase quest board slots, but it wouldn't do me any good. I could also purchase market stuff, which I might at some point, depending on how much money we get throughout the run. I am playing on PC, which means that I get the PC progression rates, which is about the same rate that you'll get stuff if you are playing on mobile and you have bought the various packs, because on PC you have to pay up front in order to be able to play. So last time we did our depth 1 run and our depth 2 run, which means that we are now level 3, which means that we have access to the card pool. So we have a lot of options on what we could do here. Oh man, new art. So lots of cards got new art this patch, some of which I haven't seen quite yet. Like I didn't realize that got new art. So as far as playing Rowden goes, we do have a few options on what we want to do. One of the things here is that we do have a decent amount of support for strike-based strategies. And if we wanted to, because Rowden is supposed to be frost-based, but one of the big notes here is because we're not level 4 yet, we don't yet have access to the growth that we would get from that, which means that in some ways we don't have a good reason to do that. Instead, we could try and go fairly aggressive. I think I'm going to try building Strike Rowden real quick and see if I like what we end up looking at. Let's see, Frost Strike is no longer one of the default cards. It was briefly during the beta, but it is not anymore. We probably want at least one Burst of Strength. I think you would want at least one Introspection. I think we would want definitely at least one Heroic Vigor. We may actually want 2 Heroic Vigors. We kind of want Mighty and Tough. We would want, probably we would need Slashes. I'm trying to think if we actually do want to do this. The one problem we do have here is like Rowden himself doesn't contribute anything to this strategy. That may be enough reason not to do that. Let's see, I think, let's go back to something similar to what we had before. We want at least one Focus, we want the Ice Blast, we want probably, Chilling Focus is not that good on its own, but it opens up some good options in terms of what we can, what items we can find. Take at least one Heroic Vigor. We will take, give me a second. All right. Sorry, I was checking something. See, we could use Drain Life. Oh, right, we have Heroic Vigor to be our small heal source. We do need ways to get Shield. The one advantage of Heavy Stand is that does give us a sturdy source. We do want Hobble. So for damage, we can go, I think I liked the Infuse plus Electrocute combo we had going previously. We also want to Meditate to go with that. So at that point, we have a fairly cheap list overall. We may want, I don't like running block, but that may be what we need. We may want card draw here, in which case the question becomes, would we rather have the treasure hunt or the introspection? Or even just the combat ready. Combat ready doesn't really draw, it's just cycling. We may also want the actual freeze source. Scattered Beam may actually be useful to us. It doesn't go well with the Electrocute, so we'll cut that. But this will give us an AoE source. We may take also like the Shielded Strike just to get a little bit more damage and a little bit of shield. I kind of like that. And then what? Just like run one more mana shield? That seems okay as a starting list. Not totally certain I love it, but it's fine. Okay. And then in the card pool, Mana Eruption is good. We don't have as much growth as we would have if we were a higher level Rowden, but still not bad. Twinning Ritual is good. Spry Vigor is okay. Flash Freeze, I think, is... We'll try it. I'm not sure if that's exactly where we want to be with this list, but we end up having to run so many epics anyway. Aether Storm is great for clearing out dorks in... clearing out Drake evasion. think we probably want either the increasing mana or the spry vigor. I think the spry vigor tends to be better, especially because we're running the singularity. And the question becomes, do we run the magic cannon or do we run the blizzard? We don't need the mighty from the magic cannon. I don't think we are freezing things off. I think we'll just take the blizzard. And so like these two cards are a large part of why I think like strike-based strategies are very appealing. When you are playing, although that's right, we do have runic focus now in the default pool, which helps a lot. Mental growth has new art, which is very pretty, but also seems an okay card. Ooh, we could put in a little bit of frostbite. We don't have ways to really pay off frostbite, but we would be able to get biting cold, which is, I don't know that it's worth going out of our way to get biting cold. Probably isn't. See, Arcane Nova is very good though. Spirit Storm is okay. Brainstorm is good. Cleansing Shield is important. Mind Shield is pretty good. Mind Blast is okay. I think Scrying Blast. I think Shatter is probably not bugged anymore, but we're not freezing. I don't know if we're freezing things often enough to justify it. I do think Scrying Blast is interesting, especially since since we do have a lot of expensive spells. That seems reasonable. Contemplate, Power Surge, those are both good with some of the cards we have. Do we need the Weary Concentration? I don't love it. I think we'd rather put in Chilling Focus, and is that maybe enough mana cards? We may also want the Resolute Focus. We'd rather have the Resolute Focus or the Mana Shield. We're running 2 Mana Shields, yeah, I think we would take the Resolute Focus. Trying to think what else we don't have. I guess we put the Introspection in just because we don't otherwise have stuff. I don't think we need the Mend. We may want that. We may want the Heavy Stand. I could see us ending up. I could see taking a Drain Life potentially. Trying to think what else I would want. Tempest Strike isn't bad. Put Shatter in. We'll see where we end up on that. That may not be a card that we end up taking, but it might end up being fine. We could also take like Battle Ready as just a preemptive. We do have the Shield Strike in the starting deck, so it does draw something. And that means that it's not the worst thing. I don't think we can use the Arcane Strike usefully. We could also take like Stinging Strike, has a lot of things that make it okay. Although we aren't really running any of them. We'll just take Tempest Strike. It's another decent AoE option. We can buy card backs because we can't use our Ether on anything else. So, ooh, that's interesting. After changing the card back. So that's a fun bug. I don't know exactly why that happened. But we're good to go. And let's actually start the run now. So depth 3. Oh man, we are absolutely going Mushroom Forest. Icy Gale has several cards that are amazing for us. And yeah, we'll just go through, I think, all the ice events. I think that the ice cards are good enough to justify that. Alright, we can't actually see them because we only have level 1 Spyglass. But just trust me on this. So, because this is an Icy Gale weather event, which is one of the weather events are one of the new things in this patch. Every time, the passive effect for this is every time we play a non-mana card, we apply 1 frost to everyone. That is us and the enemies. And then at the end of the turn, there will be a weather effect, which will be something from the weather deck, which could freeze us or might. It'll be something related to the weather, so it'll be something ice related. In this case, yeah, it applies 12 frost to all enemies, but then it gives them a bunch of shield, which is annoying, but we can manage that. So we could get Mighty, but I think Tough tends to be more valuable. Is it? So let's just get to 0 so that we can. Yeah, I think we're going to do that. Get the Mighty, because we don't. And just get the mana boost and the growth, and hope we don't get frozen this turn. Alright, Frostbite 5 to everyone. That's rude, but it's not the end of the world. But it does mean we have to be careful what we play this turn. Because if we end at the wrong amount of frost, we'll get frozen by our Frostbite. Fortunately, we can't play this, or we'll freeze, but that works out. Please don't freeze us. Okay, that's rude. And we can play 2 cards this turn before we get frozen. But we do need to play 2 cards so that we don't get frozen by Frostbite. That works out. And this actually works out pretty well. Gets us our shield back. Oh no, this will just kill. Let's just kill. Pop. Okay, yeah, give Frostbite 3 to everyone, and then we gain 1 shield for every rank of Frostbite among all enemies. I think Arcane Aegis is actually a little bit better than that, although if we could get multiple of these, that could be very good. But I think I like the Arcane Aegis more, and then we can cut the Infuse. And I think those are the only 2 cards I was really interested in, although I probably should have looked more at the other options just to make sure. Do a bit of damage. Pop you. Get some damage with that. Okay, that's a little bit unfortunate. We're going to just lose this next turn. That's just a thing that this weather can do to you sometimes. You'll just, goodbye, your turn's gone. But that's fine. All right, nothing happens. Thank goodness, didn't freeze us again. I think we're going to go ahead and use that mode. And we can finish you off. All right, so I think there were a couple. Alright, that's fine. Frost Barrier is annoying, but it's not the end of the world. We cannot... Actually, it is very annoying here, because that's why we can't pop off with this. It does let us freeze ourselves, which is nice. And then... Okay. 1x8 damage to everyone. There's that card. There's 12 health left, which is manageable. And that is free. And now we just need to do 2 more damage here, which shouldn't be too hard. Alright. Other than that, okay, good. We have Adept, right? So that we're able to get through the plated. Okay, yeah. Like this one, it's very good. It gives us 4 mana and then applies 10 frost to all enemies, and then it'll apply frost to us, which could freeze us, but we can just play that last and it'll be fine. Okay. We're going to do that. Which gets us tough. And then unfortunately our mana gets stolen because these guys are super rude. Yeah, our damage is pretty low right now. Which is a bit of an annoyance. I think we hobble to see what we find. Okay, so we add up. We can pop you, and you'll take extra damage for being, whatever. And then, so this will freeze, and then we get frozen, and it's fine, because then we unfreeze, and then we get 15 fixed. Okay, no, it didn't give us the 15 fixed frost. Huh. Okay, so there's the fatigue tutorial, which we actually got for not drawing a bunch of cards, but because we got fatigue from a weather event. Which is kind of funny. Let's see, do we have a way to hit exactly 0? Doesn't look like it. That. Mana gets stolen, which is rude. Okay. Okay. So we can get Adept up, although we have plenty already, so should have done that in a different order. Bonk. And then we can freeze ourselves. And now... Alright, there's that. That'll just break this plate that was set up. Because... Ding, 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 ding. Okay. I think we want to pop you. You have Frost Rune, which is annoying. We're going to get you dead. I think we'll just use this, try and use the Scattered Beam to finish off front enemy. Alright, there's that, which unfortunately is enough to freeze us. We do just lose this turn. And then was our Scattered Beam, which, not really a surprise, but is kind of annoying. Alright, 30 mana and Frostbite 4. This is probably not going to actually freeze us, which is a nice change of pace. So we can only get the mighty from that. I think that's worth it, even if it doesn't freeze us. Or even if it doesn't freeze them. It gets them close to being frozen, which means that Ice Blast will actually do stuff. Rude. Okay. We want Meditate. We want to pop you. And pop. Oh, that didn't actually do enough damage. Alright. We will eventually kill these guys, but it may take us a while. Frostbite 5 to everyone. So they now have Frostbite and are taking damage each turn. Okay. So close. So actually this is good. This one's going to die to Frostbite. And then we win. So yeah, we need to find more damage, hopefully. I still don't know that I want this one. I think we just take the Contemplate. I think having the ability to find more cards is going to be useful. Unfortunately, we are going into this same fight again. Including the weather. Are we playing this turn? I don't think so. Because I think we were doing that. And then freeze. Okay. Meditate. We can pop you just because. Get more shield. And just kind of hoping that we don't get hit by the freeze on a bad turn. Okay. Okay. See what we can find. I think we're playing any of this, unfortunately. Aside from this. We can go ahead and pop off one of those plated stacks. And then this will conveniently freeze us. So that now, okay, that doesn't actually hit us. That's going to take off the plated on the back one. Because it did 0 damage. We do need shields again. We would love to have a sturdy source. I think that's kind of my big thing that I want that I don't have right now. So we are probably getting frozen here within either this turn or next turn, most likely, if I had to guess. Although there are more cards in the weather deck than I thought there were. Because it has to go through all of them once before it loops. Which means that every turn we don't get frozen is basically one turn closer to getting frozen. I don't think we need that this turn. Could get more tough if we want it. I don't think we can quite fit it this turn. Or we can. Okay, here's what... Or do we want that shield? So we may as well get the shield. And we can freeze ourselves. And now... Normally we won't freeze ourselves every time we play that card. It's just that because of the weather event applying a lot of extra frost to us, we end up having to freeze ourselves over and over again with it. Normally, after we play it the first time, the second time we can play it a lot more safely. Having more of them is a little sketchy. We may just want the Tempest Strike for more damage. I think we're doing okay on mana right now, although that is still pretty good. And then we'll just take a Tempest Strike and just be fine with... So we end up only taking one weather card, so that probably wasn't worth it, but... Find here. I think we do play that. So we don't need that. And we can do this, which will not actually apply that much frost because of the thing being already frozen, but fortunately this is probably the easiest vessel. I say probably, it is definitely the easiest vessel. Let's freeze again. Do some damage. Ideally we draw into our Arcane which will let us blow up the frenzy stacks. So we draw first. We can actually play this safely, so we're going to. Let's trip a detonation. And like there, yeah, we were able to play it, get the mana, and then still have the ability to do more things that turn. Okay, we can actually play this safely because we have Heroic Vigor. That's not going to freeze this turn. And that will freeze us, but that's fine. I think we should probably want Shock Spasm card that we get from this. Oh, I should have done this one so we could have gotten more shield. That one's on me. We're slowly but surely chipping our way through this fight. I think we actually want to try and get Mighty set up. Freezing for a turn is nice, preventing that heal. We only need a little bit of shield to block this. We don't even have a little bit of shield. Yeah, the Ice Blast. The Ice Blast is not that good for us right now. I think we may cut the Ice Blast, although that doesn't fix our damage problem. You might say it's the opposite of fixing your damage problem. Alright, so we didn't super high roll, which is what we would have needed to do for the Scattered Blast to kill. But we still got there. Alright, yeah, Frenzied Flux is kind of what I was looking for. Is that or the Arcane Silence? I should have checked if we were fighting Beyblade or Maw. This is not bad, but I think the Frenzied Flux is more what we're looking for. And then I think we're going to try and get Thirsty Fang going, just for fun. We're going to upgrade, yeah, the Frenzied Flux Plus is going to be a very good damage source, and then I think we're cutting the Ice Blast. Okay. Right, we can't actually see the cards, but I don't think we need either of these cards, but I still want to go through the Elite fight for value. So far, Area 1 has been very clean, but also very, very slow. Which, you know, it happens. Question is, are we getting tough this turn? I think we're not getting tough, and instead we were just playing out that. Oh, we had mana left. For some reason, I thought we weren't going to have... Oh, I can't do math. We have a Mighty for next turn. Okay. This should do a pretty good amount of damage. I think you are the one that we want to kill the most. This is not going to kill any of them right now, but it will freeze all of them, including us. But yeah, it just gets us a free turn. And being a mana card that just occasionally gives us like a free turn once per fight is perfectly good. I'm very happy to be playing that. I think we're just going to finish you off. Oh wait, we can do that. Boom. Got us a Thirsty Fang kill. 3 max health gained. Probably going to have to leave midway through this recording to go do other stuff, but I will return. Just may lead to some slightly disjointed thoughts. But what else is new? So, let's go. Let me just get damage out. And then we get frostbitten, but that's fine because you're dead. Okay. Let's get... We do want a Cleansing Shield, though. We want to have access to cleanse, and we only have a couple cards in the pool, so we have to take it when it's offered. Although we don't need it right this moment. Go ahead and pop you, because you need to die first. Although it helps that we can Arcane Detonate to take away the powerful, which will keep this fight manageable. Okay. Bye. Alright, so we are going to take actual no damage here. Although once the trip burn thing comes around, that's going to be a pain in the butt. We can get tough. I think we just do that. Because I think that was more theoretical damage, although in this case we just get frozen. And we get some shield. It's not enough, but it's something. Huh, I'm really surprised we haven't seen the... I didn't realize we had so many turns before it would actually do its thing. I expected it to have done its trigger burn attack before now. Maybe it's bugged. Cleans off some of that burn. Okay, there it is. It's just slow. I just thought we didn't have quite as much. I should have gotten a little bit of heal out there, but it should be fine. Yeah, we don't need the Stoke, which is now a card from that instead of being a generic card. The Mental Growth we probably don't need, but it opens up some win conditions from other things. The Mind Shield is probably the better card for us, but I want to have access to the growth. Tiny Book is amazing. And here we go. This is going to be a fight where we're very glad we have Tempest Strike. We don't need Tiny Book this turn. It's not worth using yet, since we're just going to be able to do this to lock down the turn anyway. Let's see. I think we are going to want Tough. A Tiny Fang kill. Do we need this? What can we afford? We have 9 mana. Yeah, we're going to pitch that. Start with that, which did indeed get us the kill. And we have plenty of shields. They're setting up that, but it's fine. We would like to find an arcane source if we can. Which does not seem to be in the cards, but it's fine because we have the Tough, so we are not actually taking damage here. And that's good enough. And we can actually go ahead and freeze them. Not that he does a ton for us, but we can freeze one at least. And we're back to full health, which is 109. Alright, Scrying Blast seems interesting. So it'll draw one of those two and deal 8 damage to AoE. Is 3 mana to draw a spell and do 8 damage AoE worth it? I'm not sure. That theoretically could be good. I think we'll just take the Runic Focus. We probably don't need the mana, but I don't love Scrying Blast right now. I think we do actually want to do this, because if we can prevent this freeze... Yeah, okay. Because preventing this freeze from coming out this turn is very useful to us. Although we can't quite do that yet. We would have needed the Meditate, so no luck on that. But... And then... Just go tag you for damage. We really should focus on just dumping all our damage on this one because we have so little actual damage. I don't like that bleed. That bleed is very annoying. That heals us and gives us a little bit of tough. We'll do that for what little it does for us. Yeah, we are just going to take some damage this fight. The fight shouldn't kill us, but it's not going to be pretty. Okay, this will actually freeze you, and it'll freeze the front one, which is very good. I think we're not playing that this turn, because we don't want to deal with that. Although I guess we don't want to deal with, well, that's only 8. It's actually fine. We can freeze. Oh, and it didn't freeze us. I should have done that first, so that I could have gotten extra damage off the detonation on you. I think I detonated you this turn. I don't know, my memory is terrible. Oh, not quite enough. Still doing some damage. Not quite halfway there on you. Oh, I should have done this. And now I lost the opportunity. That one's on me. Yeah, we're taking a lot of damage here. which is kind of what happens when we don't have any card draw, really, and our tough and weak lapsed. I think we may want to play that this turn. Definitely want to get that tough up. We definitely want... This freezes us, so we have to do that later. This is going to kill you. Start with that. Oh, I should do this, actually, so I can get... There's a 50% chance this kills. No luck. Alright, and we take more damage. Wall of Thorns would be a pretty good pickup. Yeah, I don't think, like I said, I don't think this fight is going to kill us, but it's obviously not pretty. I should have taken that Mind Shield back when that was an option over the Mental Growth. Okay. I think we pitched that. Please kill. No luck. Now they give us shield, which is nice. And then we can play that. Okay. So we lost a bunch of health there. That was all avoidable. But everything's fine. None of this is really what I'm looking for. I think we take the Ether Storm. We would really love to find a Power Surge at this point. That's okay. We're going to upgrade the Ether Storm. I think that's just such a very high value upgrade. I think we're cutting the Runic Focus. I don't think we need it. Yeah, I think the Runic Focus is unnecessary. Okay. I do like some of the rain cards. I think we have to go through here. Alright, yeah, we're going to rest. We're going to take a lot of energy. And we're going to start here. Looks like we may not end up even fighting Drakes, which is kind of funny considering how many choices I made that were partially predicated on the assumption that we were going to be taking Drakes. We were going to be fighting Drakes. I think I pitch that. I want to get that off. Let's go do that. Get mana going for next turn. Pop you and then freeze. The nice thing here is they don't have their arcane rune because we stopped them from having their turn. Hey, and that is a Thirsty Fang. Unfortunately, we're going to be Arcane Leech this turn, so we can't play that much if we want to avoid... We can't play anything if we want to avoid detonating. We don't really care that much about detonating, though. Yeah, that's fine. Take 10. We go to 1 shield. But now, because we have frozen, we can get this kill. And we end up only down 7 health. And Mystic Ritual is fantastic. End of turn growth gain is pretty nice. That event is basically nothing. Here we go. Frost, whatever's. This fight does have the potential to be a problem. But we actually do get a lot of value here out of our chilling whatever. So we can use that to force the self-freeze so that they can't freeze us. Although we do have to draw it, which... There we go. I think this goes... Let me think. How is this turn playing out? I think that we don't need that. We don't need to get rid of that right now. Start by doing that. Go ahead and pop you, because you're not getting frozen this turn. And then, yeah, this will... Oh, no, you will because we have Adept, of course. Which just makes that 13 frost. Let's see what we draw. Do we need that? Do we need this? I don't think so. See what we can find. Alright, let's get our crit back. That's now lethal. We can pop you just for fun. And there we go. Good to go for next turn. Alright. Take 4 whole damage. There we go. Oh, you're not quite dead yet. It's fine. Oh, whoops. I messed up. I'm a big goober. A big silly goober. That's fine. Yeah, I just needed to not play the weather card. The really annoying thing is we are now going to another turn cycle because of that. But we still get the kill. We didn't actually lose any recoverable health. It's all fine. Devour Ice is pretty good. I kind of just want the Brainstorm to have more card draw. And Cryo Flask is pretty good as a thing to have in our back pocket. Although taking the +2 shield from cards also makes a lot of sense. This has a chance to give us an upgrade if I remember correctly. Alright, no such luck. Yeah, we can take the overcharge. We can even get rid of that. Huh. This is a little awkward. I think that's more important. Yeah, we are going to end up getting shocked this fight. At least once, probably more than once. Go and play that. Get Tough out. I think we do shock ourselves here. Because I think we can manage it this turn. Let's see what else we get. Okay. I don't think we want to burn our shock stack on that. And then, yeah, we perfectly block that, which is nice. So that's one shocked rank taken care of. This is still a pretty bad way to spin it. Well, how much damage are we going to waste on... I don't really want to attack into that shock barrier. I can attack into it for 2 hits. Not the best use of our... We really need to find like a singularity. Oh, you were setting that up again. That's really annoying. Let's see what we find. Right, that will get us shield back. And yeah, we can do a little bit of damage with that. I think we would take a Chimera form just for the extra tough and mighty. I think here in particular, like the mighty seems fine. Do that, just set it up, and then we can freeze ourselves. Oh, and you. You also get frozen. Cool, cool. We get to draw more cards with no downside. We don't really need the middle growth right now. Draw more cards. Basically no downside. Alright, we're slowly but surely chipping our way through this fight. We're shocked again, but it's not a huge deal. We want to get that shock out so that we can get extra damage from that. I think this is kind of our best use of that shock stack. Oh. Right, we're taking 7x3, which we can handle without losing any recoverable, so I think we will. Because we could have used our freeze here, but I think that was fine. This turn, though, we will probably freeze out. Okay. Let's get this shock out. That gets rid of the frail rank, at least. We can... Oh, that's probably actually the best way to get rid of... to use up our shock ranks on the enemy. And yeah, I think we just freeze now. Playing this would blow us up, which isn't the worst thing we could do, but yeah, I think we may blow ourselves up here for value. Start putting that down. Oh, if we do, we will take a little bit of extra damage because of whatever. I think we do because there's a decent chance that it lets us get this kill. Yeah. And we even get a Thirsty Fang kill. So, perfect. Pounce is damage. I think we want to save the reroll for here because I think we want Gleaming Aegis. Pounce is pretty good as a... Yeah, it just is a damaging card, I think. And we may upgrade it. That's also an okay upgrade. I think we are upgrading mana. Or, I mean, we are upgrading damage. Arcane Aegis to make that more consistent is nice. Shielded Strike is nice. Scattered Beam goes to... How much average on that is? This goes from 27 is... So it goes from 13.5 to 6 to 18 average. It's like 5.5 damage. Yeah. I don't think I like that enough. Heroic Vigor, that does go up to quite a lot of tough. That may actually be an upgrade that we want at some point. I think we just take the Pounce Plus for the extra 7 damage. I don't know if there's anything we want to cut. It's possible we don't need the Mental Growth, but kind of keeping it as a safety net for later. That seems good. Okay, weren't able to avoid the fight. Sometimes sliding down the riverbank gives you a chance to avoid to get the option to avoid the fight, and we just did not get the luck on that. But we should be good here because we were able to disable the critical, so we weren't at risk of that. This turn is a good turn to freeze if we can. We can because of this. Oh, cool! And it is shocked. And we have the guaranteed crit between the critical and the ambush from the event. So that's pretty good. I think we do that for value. We may actually want to just keep drawing cards because we have these guaranteed crits right now. Not that it's going to help. I suppose that we didn't have that much mana in the deck anyway. Oh. Okay. Still a pretty fine turn. Let's see. Draw cards. Cleanse that off. Draw more cards. Is that going to give us the shock? Yes. So that's going to be free. I think we want to get this kill though. For the extra max health. Shatter could be interesting. I don't think we need the Bloody Rage. I don't think we need the Mind Seed. I'll take the Shatter. We are freezing things somewhat regularly. Although, we'll see how often it comes up. Okay, so this is the Ether Rain event. So we start with a random rune, which in our case ended up being the Frost Rune. So we draw there. I don't think we want to play that in this fight. think we just do that. We're just going to get us some damage out. We are unfortunately exploding, but that's just kind of how this fight goes. Okay, cool. Reducing status on us is nice. Powerful we should be able to take care of by using things. Let's see. Do we want to get Mighty out? It's not the worst thing to do. Like, we kind of want Tough, but... This is unfortunate. Should have done that to you so that I could get this out. I just think I wanted to kill you. We are going to get frozen from this if we don't... So we've got to freeze you if you don't die. If we do this, there's a 1 in 5 chance it gives us exactly what we want. It did not. But it still is... Oh, right. Gets us this. And then... Hey! Because we got the powerful and the mighty. That works out. We are still getting arcane detonated and eventually shocked this turn, which is rude, but... Alright. We get bonus cards to work with this turn. Oh, the downside of shuffling is that we now are no longer right on getting the card that we want. Pitch that. Still do not really want to play it right now. Okay. There that is, though. So we did eventually find it. Let's... I think we want to pop you once, and we'll pop you once. Although, kind of should have done that sooner. This will freeze everyone, which is nice. Although next turn is the turn that we really want to freeze, because you're going to be doing big damage, especially because we are shocked. Arcane Link is rude. Let's see. Trying to think through how many more. Oh, this will freeze you though, which is nice. It will also cause us to take arcane damage. We can take the detonation anyway, we may as well play that. So we keep detonations on them. Oh, but we're not frozen. So if we play this now, we take the detonation now, instead of, I think we just want to do that for the moment. Eat the detonation here, we do take a little bit of damage, but... Alright. Random status didn't hurt us, and it did hurt our enemies, which is good. This does blow us up. I think we're blowing up. Worth it. Let's see. We don't quite get the kills here, but that heal for 40 is annoying. Cleanse one everyone. Rude. We will eventually get there. Just gonna be a bit of a journey. And I mean, we are getting shocked again, but we were already shocked, so you know. Let's see. Nothing happens. Cool. This will freeze us, so we don't want to do that quite yet. It doesn't arcane detonate us, although it gets close. You are not getting detonated. This will detonate us because it will require us to hit you a bunch of times, but it kills you. That trade-off seems worth it. I really wish we could get detonation off with this, but we can't. This will freeze you, but not you. I think we do this. Oh, you're not frozen, so of course we can't hit you yet. Alright, we have Frost Rune. And that doesn't quite kill you, which is unfortunate, but it does freeze you. Okay, and we don't get frozen. And so everything is good. Just need to find any more damage for you. That's any more damage, and you're dead. Okay. I think we reroll for the other thing here. This is also pretty good, though. I don't think we can play enough cards to really get value out of it, and Claiming Aegis is just very good. Shatter is questionable. I don't think I like that it shuffles our deck. I think that we are not a deck that wants to be shuffling repeatedly. Alright, see if we can get through this. We do have the Cleansing Shield. We've got some other stuff that works for us. But overall, this is obviously not an amazing fight for us. Okay, we want this. I think we pitch that. And then this should freeze us and them. Because we were adept, so we got the extra frost out. Okay. Let's see what we get. We need to play this turn. We don't need to play that. The downside to having frozen on turn 1 is that we didn't get the Doom wasn't applied. Alright, we can pay for that. It's a bit annoying, but we can do it. Now I can just get some damage out. This fight is going to be a slog. There's a decent chance we end up eating a Doom proc, which is gonna hurt. But we have a decent backlog of health, and I think we should be able to largely avoid taking damage aside from that Doom proc. This is kind of obviously why Sturdy would have been helpful. We just kind of play out all our damage every time we get a chance. I think I passed up a Power Surge at one point, and that was a mistake. I would love to have a Power Surge at this point. Yeah, that's annoying. Fortunately, we do get to go pop and force a Doom proc. We do get to get a lot of Purity, which will help us with this next incoming. But we probably need to upgrade one of our debuff management cards. Okay, Adept will let this trip. So we get shield. That can go away. This can do good work. And yeah, we're going to take some damage here. I maybe should have frozen out the turn that it applied Doom to us, but I think that it is valuable. It is more important to us that we have Stiff. That we're able to trip Doom on this. I think playing this makes sense. I think playing that doesn't. This does use up our Purity rank to play, so maybe I should have pitched that. Although this will too, so I think we do that. We do want to trip another detonation here. Extra shield doesn't help us, so let's do that. And then you're going to explode with it for Doom again, which is going to do another 50. And we're slowly chipping our way through. One kaboom at a time. I think freezing here does make sense. Yeah, we're definitely eating that Doom proc, which is unfortunate. That's a problem for next turn. Alright. So we do at least get to get a little bit of shield here. Not as much as we would like, but we get to get some. So we are only eating, we got 14 damage to our health. And then this turn the Doom gets reapplied. We don't get the detonation this turn. That's unfortunate because it means that we don't get to get let's draw a card. Okay, that's actually helpful because that means that we can ensure that we can get this detonation this turn. which gets us 50 damage, which is absolutely obviously worth it. And it meant we got shield to deal with the curse proc. Oh, wait, I don't actually want to do this in this order, do I? Because I want that purity. Let's do this first, because I want to save that shock for something better. Nice, that's a kill. So I guess I didn't want to save that shock for something better. Alright, Shadow Breath is actually very, very good for us. Totally forgot that card was a thing. This is okay, but it's worse than what we have. I think we just take that. I think the extra everything on that is good. We could cut the Hobble now, but I don't know that that's a safe choice. I don't know that we still need this. I think the Infuse can go. I think the Arcane Aegis is going to be enough. I do really want to I said I was going to upgrade a Cleanse card, but okay, we're going into Pay later, so we don't need that necessarily. Can we manage? I think we can manage these. Let's start here. Start there. This fight's a lot easier. And we can just go into that. This has some good drops. I don't feel great about our chances against Baelator. I think we are too slow. I think we are a slow deck that cannot really afford, and Baelator's not a fight you can afford to be this slow against without better defense, and we don't have great defense. But there are options. There are things we can find that help a bit. The other storm is honestly kind of underperforming right now because of just the cards that we have to go with it. And partially the cards that we don't have to go with it. Okay, so there's that, which is going to be good for us. It should kill you. Goodbye. Oh, I'm not going to get out the extra shield from this, but that's fine. Could draw more cards. Sure. I really wish I could actually afford to play that. Hidden continues to be a 100% of 8 chance, which is a little unfortunate. Still want to get that healing out anytime we can. I think we want to play that. And we don't need to play that. Okay, right. This is not the first time we've played it, so we are good to play it. And we can do that. Which, that is not lethal, so we're not going to use it yet. We are very slowly chipping through. So much weak being applied. Has a chance of killing 1 out of 5, naturally. The good news is this should put you in, oh, not quite Thirsty Fang range. We would need a critical, and I don't think there's any way for us to get this Thirsty Fang kill, which is unfortunate. Not that it matters a ton, but alright, Mind Blast should be pretty good for us. That's kind of why I had taken and held on to the Mental Growth, was in the hopes of finding that. I think this is more valuable. I think the Guardian's Play is more valuable to us. I think starting Adept is not that useful. We go here, gain a boon. This fight could be annoying, but I think it should hopefully be fine. This fight could kill us, but again, I'm hopeful it will be fine. Alright. This is annoying. Oh no, this won't quite trip Opportunist on us. Oh no, because you already drew one from the Wits, so it will. That's annoying. I think we do it anyway. And then this is, I guess, actually a better way to prop that shock. And you're going to end the turn with that. We're not opportunists now, though. I think that's not getting played this turn. I think we kind of really need to find mana. Well, I really want to get that out, so. Probably going to freeze you next turn. I think we cannot play that. We don't need this because we already applied weak. Blocking all the incoming damage. And that's 16 damage. This is still better for now. Yeah, probably going to try and freeze you this turn. This is not going to freeze you because we've already frozen you once. And then we eat 31 damage, which is more damage than my body has room for. Okay. Let's see what that gets me. Answer. More tough. We can pop you. Or we can play this. I think getting you off the board would be useful. I guess it's closer to that. Yeah, this is not quite lethal on you. It's a 50% chance of being lethal on you. Do we take the 50% chance? Sure. Hey, we rolled a 50% chance. It's a miracle. Alright, 22 damage. That is getting better, but still kind of underwhelming. It's possible I'm overrating Mind Blast. Do we really need to be doing, what, 30, 40 damage for us to really be happy with it? And we want to be doing that, you know, relatively early in the fight. Which obviously isn't. That seems less useful than we might like. Draw cards. Okay. Okay. Play that. Play that. We get whumped. So we want to flip you on a. This is kind of the turn where. Oh, I wasn't thinking that was going to explode for some reason. I want to kill you, but ideally I would want to do it on a turn where I could. That is the worst number to be at. I want to get detonations off on you. I think we still do this, even though that's going to not get us the detonation. Oh, but we have the arcane barrier, so that's actually very valuable. Because the first time you hit us, you're going to pop off one of your powerful stacks and one of your frenzy stacks. You're only going to get one frenzy turn. Oof. Really bad luck on those. But we do get a lot of value out of that. Get some shield. Pop you for some damage. Alright, that's going to eat up some of your stacks of buffs. Yeah, this fight is obviously hurting us more than we would like. We do get to block this bleed. Yeah, when you're playing a deck like this that isn't playing that many cards per turn, this fight obviously gets quite a bit harder than it was when bleed worked differently. But we get there. Give us something good. Ossifying Strike is pretty good. I think that may be better than the Power Surge. It's obviously slower to pay out, but I think that's fine. I think we're looping I think we are slow enough that we just want the continual climbing, and then the fact that it does damage is a bunch of times as relevant. And we are healing things because of the Soothing Skies effect. Okay. There are a lot of cards here we're not actually going to play. I think that's the card we are the most not going to play. I'd really like to be able to play that. No luck. Everyone gains Mighty 3 and out of 3. This fight could kill us if we drop poorly, which, you know, so far, not good. That helps a little bit, but not enough. Okay. Just thinking play that. Playing this is guaranteed to get us at least 1 mana card, but it's only guaranteed to get us 1 mana card. The shield is not enough shield. That's not enough shield. And we do it. We can force the freeze on one of them, which may be what we have to do. Yeah, I think that's what we do. And then we may play this for extra mana. We could do this for extra shield. If we do this for extra shield, then we may not need to freeze out. We probably should. I think we're going to do both. We're going to do that, and then we're going to freeze you. Right. So there gives us some mana. Right, this is the second time we've played this, so it will not freeze us. Okay, this is doing 21 damage, which is okay. This does a pretty good amount of damage. 21, this is 25. And then we block both those hits. Everyone gains tough and sturdy. Okay. Let's see. Womp. And then we take a minor beating. Hopefully that's not vulnerable. It's not vulnerable. Okay. One of the nice things here is like we're going to heal back basically everything just from the Soothing Skies effect. The passive. Because every time we draw extra cards we heal. So look at that. All of our health back basically. There's the Frail Golem. We can shock you if we need to. We want to get this out. Just a question of how exactly we do it. I think we start with that. This is going... Oh, that's not going to freeze us now because we played whatever. You only get half benefit from the shock. I think that's still worth it. That's arguable. That's not going to be enough damage. But that will be. More max health. And this could give us more max health. Nope, just empower 2 everyone. That's still very good for us because you only have weak buffs we don't care about. Hey. More powerful for us. I can go. We don't really need more tough. Should have just gotten this out. I suppose we still have critical, so it's not that important. Hey, there's the max health. And yeah, after this fight I'm going to have to pause the run briefly. But that is a problem for after this fight. Alright, so sorry I had to... I paused very briefly so you missed part of that turn, but that's fine. Okay. Okay, can you imagine how much slower this fight would be if we didn't have... whatever it was? if we didn't have the curse, doing 20 damage a turn. Even more Mighty Adept. Even more curse. Alright, this is not going to freeze us. Not quite. Pop off powerful ranks. This is, yeah, that's way better. 30 damage. Enemies gain even more health. Let's do that, which is going to give us a lot of damage. Just play that and end the turn. Donk, donk, donk. Everyone gains tough and sturdy. And bonk. Hey. Okay, this one is pretty good. It gives enemies powerful, which doesn't matter that much against Baelator. It could matter against other fights. But it is draw, it is heal, it does give us powerful. And we do have some arcane. This may be better though. I think that's actually better, weirdly enough. I don't think that actually matters. This, that helps, potentially. I think we don't need the scattered. I think the Tempest Strike is actually kind of weak right now. And that is going to be it for me for the moment. I'm going to pause this recording and I'll be right back. Okay, I am back. And so we have a few more fights to get through. I think we'll probably go through here. Probably avoid CPU fight if we see it. And let's see, what am I doing? Do I have a plan? I do really kind of want to freeze this turn if we can. We're going to need to freeze one of them, which is nice. I think it's fine having one of the curses get through. Alright, more max health. Enemies gain mighty, enemies gain more max health. That's right, we are potentially going to be here forever. Especially because drawing cards heals. I think we want to get the powerful. So we are going to play this, so that we can play that for free. And we do need to get that curse out, I think. This means we wouldn't be cleansing this turn cycle. I think that's probably fine. That could be a mistake. We'll find out. Okay, Mighty and Adept, sure. You guys were already mighty, so that's whatever. Okay. Get the tough. This is a spell, which means that trips that. And it gives us this. Go ahead and play that out. Do we draw cards? We're not guaranteed to get mana, so I think the answer is no. And we are going to be able to block everything that's incoming this turn anyway. Power to everyone. Cool. That is. Oh, that's more powerful for us. Unfortunately, there's no powerful on the enemies. Did I not take? Oh no, I took the Muck Tide. That's right. So I wasn't sure I was going to be able to manage the powerful on enemies, which probably was a good call. See what we can get. Not quite what I was looking for, but it's fine. I think we do this too. Let's see. Increase your recoverable health and heal 10. Sure. Can do that pretty safely. I think we do draw now. I do not think we need that. I think that this is a very good way to use up our shock. That's not the thing I meant to do next. It's fine. That is not going to be lethal. Yeah, I meant to do this. I meant to get the shield off. Are we okay taking this damage? Yes, just barely. Oh, we really don't want you to get... If you apply Doom to us, that could be bad. You are going to die, though, to this, which means that... I think we just freeze you. Okay. More max health. Fortunately, one of them is now down. We are now doomed. We are now on a clock, but it's not that harsh of a clock. Pop off that tough, which is nice. Can do... This will not freeze us. Doesn't freeze them either, but do at least get some damage out. We have... Oh, we only have very slow powerful stacking. I was thinking we had a decent amount, but that's only because of the Empower 2 from the weather event. Okay. Let's see. Let's do that, see what we draw. Do that, which will get us Gleaming Aegis. That is now online. That is 50. Nope, that's not going to be a kill. That might kill. That might not kill. It didn't, which means we get the kill with the Thirsty Fang, and that's good. This gives plated to all enemies, recovers it and heals us. I don't think that matters that much. I think Twinning Ritual is probably good. You have a decent number of spells. That's a decent mana card. What are we fighting for the rest of the run? Deciding if we want access, if we want to upgrade one of our cleanse cards. I think we may want the extra tough from Heroic Vigor, given what we're going to be fighting. I think that makes sense. And I think we may cut... kind of tempted to cut the Scattered Beam at this point. I think Scattered Beam is a little underwhelming, although it is one of our spells. We may also not need the Hobble, now that we have Shadow Breath. Yeah, I think we don't necessarily need the Hobble, although we may regret that decision coming in against Bay later. Although we have a decent amount of max health at this point from various things. We're at 153 max health between the Thirsty Fang and the Sun things. And then we could get Mighty out of this. Or we could get, I think we just want Tough. So let's do this first. And now we are Tough. And we can do that. Which, those evades though. And perfectly, we end up back at our max shield, which is great. Okay. We can actually play this safely because of the purity, so I think we will. I think we draw more cards. Shadow Breath. And I think we're going to go ahead and do that to draw to gain the powerful rank. Slowly bludgeoning them down. You're a jerk, but I don't think it's going to kill us. This will create a copy, but we have to pay full price for the copy. I think that's still worth it. Yeah, that was totally worth it. It doesn't mean that we now have two of the shock whatevers, so we're gonna draw both of them this turn. I think that's fine. Obviously, it's not my favoriteest thing, but I think now we are just going to detonate you and get that. All right. That is basically free. That is also basically free. That's not actually a mana card, so this won't trip mana shield. Let's go do that. See what we're gonna draw off the treasure. Okay. you're dead. We could freeze to avoid taking... we're not taking a meaningful amount of damage. But if we don't freeze now, when are we going to freeze? And... let's see. There's a decent chance we draw mana. And we got it. Definitely kind of low on mana this run. Okay, the Mind Blaster should probably just go, because it's just... we're just not counting it up fast enough. I think we want this Purity. I think we've got to try and hope we draw a mana card. No luck. In that case, I think we just do this and that. Keep stacking. Curse. We would take a Bane if it was offered, I think. Just do this. We'll take 2 damage, but that's fine. Yeah, I think we take Bane. I don't even know that Duplicitome is that good for us right now. I think this is better. Just because we're so low on mana so often. Although Duplicitome is pretty good with the weather cards, but yeah, I think we go here instead of there. Just skip a fight. And this is another one of the Icy Gales, which we've seen this at this point. And for bonus value, this time, we can get Purity set up. I do want to try and draw into mana for that. Worth it. And you'll just die of your stuff, so that's fine. So this is an Area 3 version, so things will be slightly bigger numbers on stuff. Okay, so that didn't freeze most of them, but if we play any card, it'll freeze all of them except for the one, or it will freeze all of them, so we're of course going to do that. Choomp, as everything gets frozen. I didn't actually need to get that shield. I don't know why I bothered pulling it. I could have tagged you and then gotten you into range for a Thirsty Fang, but... right. The biggest risk with this particular fight is that there is going to be a turn where we get frozen, and this is not a fight where we really want to get frozen. I don't think we have a way to avoid getting frozen. And that's worth it. Trying to think if there's a way for us to freeze ourselves here. Oh, right. We had that up. That's funny. So we're going to need to just use this for minimal value. Just to get, because if we get fixed frost applied to us, we don't want to get frozen. Yeah, we really did not want that to actually freeze us, because this would have not been a fun turn if it did. Although it still could. We could still get frozen in an awkward time, I guess I would say. We would like to apply weak, but we don't have a way to do that right now. Because I should have done that first. I could try and dig, but I think it's not worth it. I think we just... we've already got plenty of mana boost. I think we just do that. Just do some damage at least. And yeah, we get frozen. We take a lot of damage here. Yeah, we really wanted to find a weak source, but this turn at least they're all frozen. And then the Frail helps out there. So that's going to do an amount of damage. This does not freeze us, but it does kill that front enemy. Fortunately, we do have some rest to save, so run is not in danger. All right, and that's not actually going to kill us, which is good. And the reason that was 3x8 instead of 1x8 is because we are on, in the later area. Let's see. We can get. This is going to do 26 damage to one of them. This is not going to kill. No, well. All right, and now we don't take any damage from this at least. And we're not quite frozen. Please don't freeze us. All right. That's cool. Oh, we had the purity. We were totally safe. Let's see what we draw. Although we can only play like 2 more cards. Oh, but that is the card we want to play. So, I think we finished probably with Bracing Cold. Do we? Yeah, I think so. Alright, yeah, we've got this fight on lockdown. Just need like 2 more shield to be safe. Don't even need 2 more shield if we get that. That even heals us, which is bonus value. There we go. I think the heavy stand's actually okay. So I have been saying like I kind of want a sturdy source. We do have a little bit of extra mana. No, I don't want to do this fight. We can't do this fight. Not with the deck we have. We're just gonna go check the map. So we have 2 options. We can either take a weaker fight, or we can go left or right. I think we'll go left. We're going to. Oh, we can just leave the area. We don't even have to track down the monsters. I didn't realize. I thought we had to do a fight if we went that option. Okay, yeah, that's definitely fine. We are at 159 max health. How much is this? So we may as well do this. I think we were going to cut. Like the Mind Blast, like I said, I think I've been underwhelmed by. Okay, let's do this first, because I don't want to burn that shock. And so this time around, we don't have to deal with the weather. Hey, perfect shield. It's like I did math. Editor's note. I did not do math. That's not getting played this turn. Am I playing this? I think not. I think I'm just doing this. And then freezing. That seems like a good use of a turn. Decent odds of finding a mana card. We do really need to play that. If I can do both. That's not getting played. Okay. Now we can play this, which will give us lots of value, or I can play these 2, which is also a decent amount of value. I think we do that. Alright, we're actually going to take some damage here, but not. The annoying thing is you're going to die, but fortunately you are dying after the others attack. But it does mean that they now all have a bunch of powerful that we have to deal with. We do have ways to deal with it, but we do have to deal with it. We just do that. I think now is a decent turn to freeze just to avoid taking too much damage here. Because we are still taking 18, but we could have taken 36, which would have been twice as bad. That's how numbers work. Forever digging for mana and hoping that I don't get punished. Okay. Alright. We do still have a bunch of rest left, so that's going to help. But yeah, this obviously doesn't bode super well for our day later fight. Which is also a fight that is largely about dealing with a lot of incoming damage. I think we pitched that. Let's go ahead and get you super cursed. That gets us a little bit of powerful. Alright, so the front one's basically dead. Would love to make the front one actually dead, which this will do. Just trying to think if there is a better way for us to do it. And that gets us that, which is nice. Okay, good. I can do this, and this, and that. And yeah, that curse is continuing to be amazing for us. Bonk. Okay. Hunter's Focus is great. It's kind of what I was looking for. This could actually be good for us. I guess it only works with this, but that does heal us for 8, which I think that's actually worthwhile. And then we get to rest back to full health with it, which is nice. We can cut. We could cut the Aether Storm, but I don't think we're going to. I think we do cut the Scatter Beam now that we're only fighting one enemy. I think we possibly cut other things. Maybe we don't. Shielded Strike is yeah, but I think we kind of have to keep it. Same with everything else. Like there are several cards here where it's like I don't love it, but it's fine. And so here we go. First step 3 run of the fresh start. Let's see if we can get off to start off with a good one. It's actually one of the things that I kind of wanted to see. I think getting this up is more important than full blocking. Okay. Kind of unfortunate draw. Let's see what we find. Pounce is not getting played this turn. Nowhere near enough shield. We kind of knew going in that we were not going to be full blocking here, especially early on in the fight. But as the fight progresses, hopefully that will change at least a little bit. I'll take off at least one of your ability ranks. Alright, that will leave the weak on, which is kind of the thing we care about most. And we're going to be able to freeze. Play this, we can prevent ourselves from getting frozen. Should have just used the ice flask now, although I suppose I don't have to. Okay. So that doesn't freeze us. We can go bonk, 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 which is pretty good. Pitch that, because I don't think we're going to play it this turn. Get a lot of growth. Pretty good. Okay, we haven't yet started stacking up Bane on you. But now we have. We got the sturdy from the heavy stand is helping, because we just now are that much more able to ensure that we don't completely whiff on our blocks. Okay, so now we have, hey, we actually perfectly block that. And we take away the Mighty for next turn. So what we got? This seems like an okay turn to freeze. Although that is kind of a waste because, well, worth it. We may as well do this. Because that Thirsty Fang is a spell, which has come up twice now. And that time it was so that I could get the extra shield so that I was ready to go for this turn, in case we didn't draw any shield. Although now I am spending all of my shield on that. And we can freeze ourselves. Fortunately we do block some of that healing because of the frail that we have applied. And also, fortunately, we are slowly but surely working our way through my ability to say words. The hell? With the cards. Get that powerful. Not that the powerful means a ton to pay later. Yeah. Aether Storm isn't amazing. It is slowly getting better with the powerful, but it's still pretty meh. Okay, yeah. Not the cleanest win, but considering that this is a fresh start run, I'm very happy to take it. And then, unfortunately, I think there's enough healing here that this is not going to be the kill turn, but we get to block most of that incoming. Okay, yeah. And now, this turn we should be able to get the... Yeah. I believe this will kill, and if it doesn't, this will. So that is the first fresh start run. And so before I close out for this time, so that was winning with depth 3, winning with level 3 Rowden against depth 3 using only cards unlocked by default. Pushes us straight to level 5 because we got a lot of XP here. And then we are going to check real quick. So before we go, I am going to go ahead and reroll that. I'm going to buy Merle, who is going to be our character for the next video. I'm going to go ahead and buy Salon as well, just so that I don't forget. I'm going to see if there are any forge upgrades I want to buy. I think this one. Yeah, I'll take that. And yeah, we are still not buying any packs. And that is it for this time. I will see you next episode with Merle. Toodles.